Welcome back to the Asylum. I'm Kane.
And I'm JASEAN.
And we are the Arkham Inmates.
And today we have a head-to-head canon video. We are doing the MCU version. So, no, like...
Well, the Avengers, the original OG team.
We're talking the OG team. The, it's not comics, so everything
MCU, just... so it kind of with the movies, just to keep it, because comics can be
very...
fucking endless. Yeah. Like, when we did Harry Potter first, none of you watched it, but we did Harry Potter as our first episode with it, and it's kind of easier because, like I texted you, like, Harry Potter has an ending. Yeah. It has an ending. It does have a book that goes on about it, which is, what's it called? The Problem Child? Or the, what's it called? There's another book.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
The something child. The Cursed Child or whatever. It's with Hermione and that. But they have books where they'll continue stuff. Spin-offs. But after the movies, a lot of people, I mean, the headcanon started with Harry Potter, like you're saying.
For me, I feel like it's not difficult at all.
It's very hard to me.
It's hard to
It's very hard to me because it's like I kind of like will take the movie in and go, that was the story. I don't ever think past that, but you do, and you pick up on these little things. I mean, you're the fucking quote guy. But other than that, I mean, we got a bunch of good characters. We have the original team, so that's gonna be Iron Man, Hulk, Thor, Black Widow, Hawkeye, and then Nick Fury. Captain America, and then Nick Fury, which we added because Nick Fury's, he's the co-founder of it. So we're gonna get right into this head-to-head canon. All right, so if you haven't seen the first video, which none of you did, but this is how this goes. So this is gonna be a point system. Now, if you watched the last video, which none of you did, we had a point system. JASEAN was way fucking off, and I just believed him because we didn't.
This one's a lot easier. It's like 6 characters.
Yeah. We had, I think, 13 Harry Potter characters. We couldn't keep track of points, and then when I was editing, I realized we were so fucking wrong with points. JASEAN won either way, but not by what we thought. So we are gonna keep track of our points of each of winning. So just to get it right. So we are gonna start this off with the headcanons, which if you don't know what a headcanon is, it is your version of events and your personal belief of a character or a set of franchises or something that goes with you in your head. That's not canon to the story. So
it can be, like you could take canon things,
yeah. So a good example of that for me would be X-Men. Sabretooth and Wolverine are brothers. It makes the dynamics way better. So we're going to do that for the Marvel. So we're going to start it off with Captain America. And I will go first. I feel like I'm going to lose this entire video. But, okay. So for Captain America, Steve hates Fury and S.H.I.E.L.D. for bringing him back because to him it felt like his death was unjustified and was able to cheat time unlike his friends and family that died, and only joined the Avengers because he knew the good it would happen despite working for S.H.I.E.L.D. and Fury.
I don't know, because MCU...
I already lost. I fucking lost. The way you're acting, like, bro.
I mean, I don't think he does...
I feel like it's underlying tone.
He dislikes, but I don't think he hates that much.
I think I'm going with the sense of the moment when he woke up, and then it's that first ever, like, dealing with Stark, dealing with gods, dealing with, like, he's like, you woke me up for this bullshit, and yes, I'm helping, but, like, I died, I sacrificed myself so I won't be alive, so that these people could grow old without me.
I think it was more...
That's how I kind of took it.
I think his was more, like, a sense of confusion. Like, I don't know what to do with my life. Even now that I'm here, like, I just don't know. I don't know.
I'm also going off of, I know it's not the MCU, but the Avengers movie we really love, the animated one, where he's in the cemetery and he just looks at all of his friends and he's kind of like, why the fuck am I here? Yeah. Like, I kind of get that feeling from Chris Evans when he's just like, when he's punched in the bag and Nick's like, you upset about something? And he's just like, I don't belong. Yeah. Like, nothing is real.
I get that.
All right. I feel like you're already going to win. What's yours? Go ahead. Go ahead. Take the point.
When he went back in time for the Stones in Endgame, he only went back there when we saw him with Peggy. He only went back to dance with her. He didn't marry her because he wanted to keep the future intact to protect her children that she originally had without him. So he just kind of sacrificed his happiness still. Even
that kind of makes sense also with, like, when Sam's like, you want to tell me about it? No.
Yeah. No, I don't think I will. But
you can have this point. You can have this point. He's going to have all the fucking points. Okay, so JASEAN has 1 point.
Yep, 1.
1 point. 1 point. I have 0. 1 point.
Tony leaves a stash of medical supplies for Peter on various rooftops because he knows how hard life is as a vigilante.
Oh, that's so sweet. That kind of reminds me of the games, too, where you go to, like, the little depots. All right, okay. Mine's kind of like that, just not Spider-Man. So, Tony made bulletproof tuxedos and dresses for outside public occasions after he revealed his identity. And he also gave one to General Ross as a birthday gift.
So he gave it to an asshole, and he only made suits for himself.
He made suits. He made a bulletproof tuxedo for him and Pepper.
Oh, for him?
Yeah, so Tony made a bulletproof tuxedo and dress for him and Pepper to wear out in public occasions after he revealed his identity. And then I just added, he gave one to General Ross as a birthday present.
So he made one for him, his wife, and an asshole.
Yeah.
Good for him. Just kidding. Yeah, no, yours is pretty good. I like yours.
I think yours is better. I think yours is better because his dynamic was Peter.
Peter is very good.
Is very okay.
And he would do something like that too. And
JASEAN
he would do.
has 2. I have 0. Thor. All right.
Now you might beat me with this one. Mine's
probably not. Who fucking knows? Because I can't. I was pulling shit out of my ass, literally. So, for Thor, he calls Rocket Rabbit, not because he thinks he's an actual rabbit, but rabbits in Asgard and other realms he's been to look like raccoons, and his brother Loki would shapeshift into them to sneak around the castle behind Odin's back.
That's a pretty good one. I like that one.
Okay. Why are you smiling already? Why are you smiling already? You're like, I'm gonna fuck him up right here.
Because ours has a little bit to do with Loki.
Okay.
No, it's not that. Mine's kind of just more my like this is really personal.
Okay, go ahead.
Thor loves to watch Disney movies with his new daughter, which you got introduced to in he likes all the Disney movies except The Lion King because Scar reminds him way too much of Loki.
I really like that. I think mine's a little bit better.
I like yours because
with the funnier side and him with Rocket and like him always calling things different things. Like
I like yours, so you can have that. So 1 for you.
Thanks, God. Thank you for bestowing upon me a point. I have 1 point. JASEAN has 2.
When Bruce and Tony are in the lab on their day offs trying to discover the cure for Bruce, they like to do it wearing fuzzy socks and slippers with margaritas. That's something they would totally do, bro.
Mine's so serious. I think I might beat it by seriousness if you really like it. Okay, so my Hulk. When Hulk, or, Professor Hulk, snapped to bring everyone back, he was able to speak to Natasha in the same state that Thanos was able to talk to baby Gamora, but Natasha told him no and gave him a final kiss goodbye.
I'll give you that one. That one's a good one.
Yeah. Because when Thanos did it, he went to that weird, water place and to talk to Gamora, so I feel like when Hulk did it, he had to talk to somebody, and then he told, I think he told Clint that I tried to bring her back. So he told someone I tried to bring her back, and he couldn't because the thing was the Soul Stone, but so was Gamora.
Yeah.
So Thanos saw baby Gamora because that's who he truly loved. He didn't love the older Gamora. He loved his daughter, the one, because. So I feel like he would see Natasha.
Wait, repeat yours again. When Hulk.
When hold on. When Hulk or Professor, it was Bruce Banner. Yeah. So when he snapped to bring everybody back, he spoke to Natasha in the same weird state that Thanos was in and able to talk to baby Gamora, but Natasha told him no and gave him a final kiss goodbye.
Okay, I do like yours.
Yeah.
I was just confused.
Mine's just very, kind of heartfelt.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are tied now.
We're tied.
We are now tied.
Yeah.
2-2. Black Widow. Okay. I start off?
Yeah, go.
Okay, cool. All right. I don't know.
No, you're probably going to win this one.
Really? I don't think I am. We might tie, honestly, for how suck it is. After the blip, she would eat at Shawarma Place with Cap to remember the first battle in New York and laugh at how it was their first time they had to fight gods and aliens.
You won.
Really?
Yeah.
That was the worst one I wrote.
Yeah, no, I think that was the best one you wrote.
Really?
Yeah, I really like that one. Mine was because of her personality and just... Well, do you remember Winter Soldier a lot? I know you didn't really remember.
I know Winter Soldier, yes.
Just her personality is so... Natasha is the one Avenger who would drag out a joke while being in character. I just feel like she would consistently...
Yeah, that was...
Yours was way better.
Yeah.
I really like yours.
Okay. All right, so I'm in the lead.
You're in the lead. Hawkeye thinks it's a fair trade-off to learn sign language if it means he gets to lower his hearing aids and ignore people he doesn't want to listen to. Because then he has hearing aids in Hawkeye.
Yeah, in Hawkeye. That's pretty funny. Mine's fucked up. Dang. I don't know if I'm gonna win because of it's a heartstring, but yours are fun. Even though he will never admit it out loud to himself or anybody, he's happy and accepted that Natasha was the one to sacrifice herself so that he was able to raise his children. I feel like in my head, even though he wanted to sacrifice himself, he's completely content and happy that Natasha died so that he could raise his kids with his wife. I feel like it's fucked up. That's why I said he will never admit it out loud or to himself, but he is happy that Natasha was the one to sacrifice herself.
Well, you didn't watch Hawkeye.
I didn't, so I don't know what's in there.
There was a scene in Hawkeye where he was really like fucking... He's... Okay, so throughout Hawkeye, he's really...
I feel like if I watch Hawkeye, it might change my perspective. But I will say that, like, you gotta think, as a human, a 1% of you is deep down that you're alive and you're happy that she died.
I can agree with that point, but it's not as high as you think, because in Hawkeye, there's a bunch of scenes where he's, like, forcing himself to kind of go throughout the day. He loves that he's there with his kids, but he's very, like, trying to...
See, I didn't watch Hawkeye, so I can't base it off of that, so I'll give you the point off of yours because of Hawkeye, the hearing aids. I think it's a funny thing that Clint would do, but I didn't watch Hawkeye, so like. Well,
I just want to explain to them my point of view on why.
Yeah.
Because there's a scene in the beginning where there's a play. It's called something Steve Rogers or something. It's about the Avengers. I forget the name of the play, but it's about Avengers 1, and they turned it into a play of the New York battle and everything. And he just kind of zones out when he sees Natasha. Everything goes. This is where we find out he has hearing aids. You just hear ding. Everything zones out. He's there with his kids, and he's looking at Natasha, and just like. And then his kids are like, "Dad, you okay?" And he's just like, so stunned. He's like, "Yeah, I'm good."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Let's get out of here," because they know he sees Natasha. And there's another point where he tells Natasha on her like little gravestone or whatever, like he does his best every day to try and live the gift that she gave him, but it's he's just like, I'm trying, and it's just like you can just tell he's just like so fucking.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't at the end of Black Widow, someone gets a contract to kill Hawkeye? Yelena has to go kill Hawkeye
because that lady.
Did that happen in Hawkeye, the TV show?
Yep.
Okay. I just want to make sure because we're about to watch Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts comes out very soon. Comes out this week actually.
Yep.
We will have a video on that, but I didn't know if that was going to be like talked about at all. But I guess it was talked about in Hawkeye. I'll give you that point.
Nick Fury, this is the deal breaker.
This is the last one?
Yep.
Oh, you might win again.
No, I think we might tie, for real.
We might tie?
Yeah.
I think you're going to win. Okay, I mean...
Go.
Yeah, alright. I think mine's so stale. Okay, alright. For Nick Fury, he originally came up with the Avengers initiative after meeting Captain Marvel and would have her be the leader of the team, with Ant-Man being the brains instead of Stark. But with the discovery of Captain America and Tony starting to reveal his identity, he changed the team to what we have now.
You might have won.
I think that's stale as shit because that's obviously canon. Like, Captain Marvel was going to be the Avengers, and Ant-Man, Hank Pym, and but, that's what I wrote. So, what do you got? Why is yours so short?
Because
what the fuck?
It's just more of like a personal disgust with life.
Okay.
He's actually low-key very upset that a cat scratched his eye instead of something actually cool happening to him.
And so when everyone asks about it, he's like, fuck that cat. I think both are good. I think yours is super funny and super like something in his head always. Yeah. And that's why he hates when people ask him about it.
Yeah. Last time I trusted someone, I lost an eye.
Yeah, right? And mine's just kind of like what would have happened.
That's why
I think you win.
I mean, I think we could tie. I'd be okay with a tie.
But then we would have to do a tiebreaker.
Oh, yeah.
Which, funny enough, I don't know if you'd watch
the tiebreaker.
No. I cut all that out, by the way. Did you watch the Headcanons video?
I did.
You didn't even watch the video? Okay, I cut all of it out. I even put a disclaimer. You should watch it. It's a funny video. But I cut all of that tiebreaker out. So, okay, let's agree to a tie.
Okay.
And we'll do a tiebreaker.
Right now?
Yeah, right now. So pick a character.
Which character do you want to do?
Who do you think we should do? Okay, you know what? I'm going to say 3, 2, 1. We say a character. Right to our head. Ready?
Hold on. Because do you want to do it closer to phase 1 or further from any
Could
character?
be any character right now. Out of the original Avengers movies.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Loki.
Bucky.
Fuck. Okay,
those
ready?
are really two good ones.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Wanda.
Ultron. Fuck. Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Thanos.
Black Panther.
Fuck. Come on, dude. Okay.
That's one.
All right, Bucky. Fuck. Okay. You got it for the tiebreaker. One of us has to win, and we have to be completely honest.
Yep.
Okay, 100%.
The Avengers have a modern nickname for Bucky and Steve as a duo. They call them Starbucks. Steve and Bucky Star.
That's fucking ridiculous. That's so fucking stupid. That's funny, but that's so stupid. That's not really specific to Bucky, though. That's like the Avengers, like...
It's Bucky.
Okay, mine's kind of funny, too.
All right.
You ready? That's why I asked you that question. Bucky kept the original Winter Soldier arm, and for one of Rocket's birthdays, he asked Star-Lord to give it to him wrapped in a bow with a card saying, "Enjoy it, raccoon."
That really happened. In the MCU, that happened.
When? That's
That
not
was-
in a movie.
That was the Christmas special.
I didn't watch the Christmas fucking special.
That really happened in the Christmas special.
Okay, you win. Whatever. I guess I stole that shit. He gave him Bucky's arm?
Bucky
That's
gave
that's
him
who
the old
got
arm.
Bucky's old arm?
Raccoon got
Fuck! I just came up with that in my head. Because
really-
that was James Gunn's Christmas special?
Yeah. Winner!
You fucking bitch. Winner again for the second episode of Head to Head Canon is JASEAN. JASEAN is the fucking winner again. I'm sure he's gonna win every fucking episode. But let us know what you guys think. Did you like one of our head-to-head canons? Do you have your own fucking canon that you really want to tell us? Let us know in the comments. Maybe one of ours, you were like, oh, that's really cool, but mine's really cool. Like, two, one of Bucky or Iron Man. Let us know. If you're ready for the next episode, we got a lot of characters that we can do, a lot of franchises that we can do, but if you want to leave one down below, we read everything.
Yep.
So, make sure you hit like, subscribe, all that stuff you already know how to do, and we will be back with another head-to-head canon soon. And thank you for being one of the inmates here at the Asylum. Peace.